Hi guys, welcome to Dark Angel Beauty. I'm Andy and I really appreciate you guys checking us out. We're a brand new channel and I'm really excited to start getting content out there for you guys. If you do like what you see, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you really like what you see, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that when we upload new videos, you can follow them and like them as well. But without further ado, I'm going to give you guys a look into one of my deep skincare regimens that I like to do. A little bit of backstory. I abuse my skin more than anybody should. I probably should be in prison for the way I treat my face. But I work really weird hours, especially on the weekends. I work normally pretty much the whole weekend and I'm going in like 2 or 3 in the morning. And because of that, and I'm lazy, I sleep in my makeup and then I get up and I touch it up so that I can go in with makeup on. But because I mistreat it so much, when I have days off, especially if I have consecutive days off, which I am lucky enough to have right now, I will take time to culminate these really detailed skincare regimens that address different issues I have with my face and hopefully will kind of counteract it and give it a little bit of shielding for the upcoming weekend when it will be put through the same exact mess that I did the last weekend, because I never change. So without further ado, I'm going to give you guys a look at the products I picked out today by sheer accident, just because they're some of my favorite products. Of the 7 products I have for you guys here, 4 of them came from BoxyCharm. So I think that kind of speaks a lot about BoxyCharm, that they are able to pick out these quality products that people really respond well to. If you don't know what it is, it's like an Ipsy or a subscription box. It's like $21 a month, and then you can upgrade to Deluxe, which comes every 3 months for I think $50. And they send you full-size products each month. It's not sample sizes. You get a box that comes with 5 full-size products. And I really love them. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just have been subscribed now probably for like almost a year, and it really is like one of my favorite things. It's like a present for myself every month. So without further ado, we're going to get into the actual skincare part of it. As a backstory, just what kind of skin I have, because what the products I have here may not work for everybody's skin. Everybody's skin is different. I have oily skin, not super oily, but I definitely will get like shine to my face throughout the day. I don't tend to break out really bad, just like when high stress is around or my hormones are acting up, something like that. But I don't typically have really bad pimples. What I do have is really bad dark spots and really bad bags under my eyes. And I also have like a touch of rosacea, so my face will get really red, just kind of throughout the day. A lot of times, even if I have a good coverage foundation on, sometimes it'll still show through just because it will get so flushed. But I've kind of chosen products here that will address that. So to start off with, we are going to do the Glam Glow Gentle Bubble, and I really like this. This came maybe like 2 months ago in the BoxyCharm. I keep it in its box. It's a good size. It's like a really big bottle that they sent us. This is what it looks like out of the box. It's very pretty, very beautiful packaging. And basically all this is just a face wash. It's just a cleanser. It's meant to like be a daily cleanser for you. I don't use it daily. I use cheaper products daily normally. I mean, I'd say cheaper. It just came in a subscription box, so it's not like I paid that much for it. But I just typically, like, I have like cleaning clear that I use for my day-to-day stuff, and I use the specialty cleansers for more special occasions or for when I'm doing something like this. So I'm going to just kind of rinse my face with it just to get some moisture on there, so I'm not just like going in with the bubbles and nothing to activate the bubbles. So I'm just gonna wipe, and then I have a bowl of water here. I didn't know how to do it without a sink, so I figured that would be the easiest way to do it, just have like a bowl of water sitting on the table. So this won't always be here, but for today it is. And then I'm gonna put a little bit on my fingers. If you can see it, it's like shiny itself. So the idea is that it's supposed to like give you a natural glow, and like that's pretty dewy looking. So I'm just gonna like rub it all around my face, and I literally go all over my face with it. I go on my eyelids, I go on my lips, and I bring it down my neck, because I always like, when I'm putting on foundation, it always goes down my neck because I don't want to have like a line. I don't want to look like I'm wearing like a mask, even though I am. I want to keep the secret alive. But yeah, so I just want to cover my face fully. This really doesn't need to sit. I don't normally let it sit. So after I get my face fully covered, I am going to move my handy dandy water bowl in front of me, just because I don't want to be reaching back and forth for it. And I'm going to rinse my hands, get the soup off. And then I'm just going to take this rag, the same one, wet it a little bit more, and I'm just going to remove it. And this is just like a good base washing before you start the skincare. I'm not gonna lie, this is a long process. Most of the masks that I have here recommend you have them on your face from anywhere between 5 to 25 minutes. So when I do this, normally I'm doing other stuff too. Obviously, because I'm filming, I won't be doing that, but we're not gonna sit here and make you watch me sit with the mask drying on my face for an hour, so we'll adjust. But I'll say the amount of time that I leave it on each time, so that way you guys know and have an idea. The next mask I'm gonna do, I know want you to leave it on for 15 minutes, and it's really cool to watch that mask in particular because it, like, when it dries, it changes colors. And honestly, it's probably one of my favorite mud masks out there. I got it as a sample, like, just by accident, and whenever I run out of it, I'm gonna have to buy it because I really love it. So okay, so it looks like all of that is off, so I'm gonna move this over, and I'm gonna take this dry rag. I'm just gonna dry my face, just like pat dry it, and then after that, put this away. Alright. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my second step. This is Yes2 face wipes. They have like 10,000 different formulas. They are so affordable and so good. Like, they're quality makeup wipes. I use them like if my skin's being really, really bad and breaking out everywhere. I will literally wash my face and just sit there and rub it with one of these wipes because they all do something different. I have the charcoal ones, I have the cucumber ones, I have the blueberry ones. This one is the tomato one. And the tomato one, it is meant to help remove impurities from the skin. The charcoal one, I know that one is also supposed to like help with impurities, but it's also supposed to like, I think, tighten your face. So, and then the cucumber one is for like when you're having like redness and your skin is acting up. It's meant to like cool it and calm it down. Each one does something a little bit different, but like overall they're just a super solid makeup wipe. Like, you definitely could use this as a daily makeup wipe to remove your makeup, but yeah, so I'm just gonna use this to like get everything else off my skin. I'm just gonna wipe all over. A tip that I found for me is just make sure you use the same side, like don't turn it over. I used to do that, but like then I really started to think about it and I'm like, wow, now I'm like wiping my face with my dirty fingerprints. That's gross. So I normally just use the same side of the rag, and then once that one's used up and pretty much is not got any more moisture to it, I get rid of it. So now that my face is wiped, and I'm just gonna like move products that we use out of the way so that you guys can kind of get a look at the other products as well. I'm gonna move on. This is the face mask I was telling you guys about that I love. It's the Tree Hut's Exfoliating Mud Mask. It goes on white, or I'm sorry, it goes on gray and then it dries white. So you can actually see as it dries. It dries really quickly, surprisingly quickly. But they want you to leave it on for 15 minutes. The first time I did it, I was at the beach and it was like early morning. I was just kind of chilling and hanging out. So I actually left it on for like 25 minutes and it did wonders for my skin. I mean, like when I put my makeup on that day, I looked like a new person. Like, I was very impressed with it. So that's why I wanted to feature it today, because it really is just a super solid mask. And mud masks, I think, are kind of hit or miss. They are for me, at least. Sometimes I really love them, and sometimes I'm like, I just sat there with like clay on my face and it didn't really do anything. So, but anyway, I just kind of like dab a little bit on. I start off with it thick just to like get it on there, but then like it'll start to thin out and you can kind of see, like, you really actually don't need a super thick layer for this particular one just because it does such a good job. But it has like these little bubbles in them. I'm assuming it's like some sort of like little sediment rock type thing that's meant to help with that exfoliating aspect of it, like just like a normal exfoliating face wash that you would think of. Okay, so it's been like 15, maybe even closer to 20 minutes since I put this on. I try and let all of the gray areas get like as white as possible. This little patch, I think I just made it really, really thick and it's just like kind of bubbly, so it just stayed kind of rocky. But now I definitely look like the rock demon that I am in my soul. But my skin just kind of feels tight. I was telling Nikki during the time lapse while it was drying that I can like actually see my pores. Like some of the areas, some of the places you can tell it's like the sediment that's in there with the exfoliating beads, but I mean a lot of the areas, like when I really like, I don't even know like how well you can see it, but if you can see in here, like you can see there's like pocks where it's actually gone into my pores, which I think is why it does such a good job of cleaning out my pores. Unfortunately for this mask, I don't think a bowl is going to help me wash it all off, so I'm going to go wash my face, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like afterwards, and then we'll move on to the next mask. So this is what it looks like after I've rinsed it all off. It does make my face a little bit redder. I told you the rosacea, I think, kind of gets aggravated by that much scrubbing, if that makes sense. But I'm just going to pat it dry now. Same thing that we did before, just with the same dry cloth. Just kind of get my skin nice and dry. And there's actually still a little bit left on here. I can see just like a little bit of the whiteness where I didn't quite get it all the way off. I'm not really concerned with that at the moment because we're still doing, if I were about to put on makeup, obviously I would wipe it off, but I mean, we're still doing face masks, so I'm just going to leave it. The next one I'm going to move on to is, this is Dermalogica's Clear Start. It's a Fizz pore mask. You only leave it on for like 5 minutes, so it's really not that long. I actually keep this in my shower, and most of the time, like when I shower, I will wash my face, and then I'll put this on while I'm like doing my shampoo and my conditioner, so that it just kind of sits, and it's the coolest thing ever. It like fizzes, like it actually fizzes, like it's called a fizz mask, but it actually fizzes, and so it kind of gets puffy on your face. And I've never actually seen what it looks like because I always do it in the shower, so I'm interested to like see in a mirror like kind of how it actually works. But I know for a fact it's one of the best like cleansers out there, just because it really does, like like I said, my pores are not terrible, but they get bad at times, so. So as you guys can see, the fizzes have pretty much dissolved into my skin. This one little patch, once again, I think it was just really heavy in that area, and so it just kind of hasn't all fizzed in, but it's been like about 6 minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do the same. I changed the water out while we were waiting for the mask to set. I'm going to go ahead and use the water technique again, because this one is not as bad as the last one to try and get off. I'm just going to wipe all this off. Wipe it all on my forehead. And for me, with this particular mask, I really feel like immediately you can kind of see the difference in your pores. But I want to wait till I get all of the mask itself off so I can really look at them. I don't know how to explain it other than my pores just feel cleaner. That sounds so stupid, but I just feel like my skin is lighter and brighter, and I just see less blackheads in it normally. So I really am a fan of this. Like I said, I actually got this on sale during one of the sales at Ulta. That's pretty much where I get most of my makeup. I don't honestly buy a lot of my stuff full price because I don't agree with paying full price for a lot of the stuff. Only time I really do is when I'm like doing new palette releases and stuff. I will buy those full price, but a lot of times I'll also hold off, and I know they'll be on sale in a couple months, and then I'll get them for $20 cheaper than what I would have paid if they had first come out. It's a technique. I think it's a good technique if you want to have really nice, expensive makeup, but you don't want to spend, $800 every 2 weeks, because that's really what you could do. Like, I've spent a ton of time and money on makeup. So much. But I've gotten a lot more than I think I have a lot more product than what I spent in terms of what the value of it is, if that makes sense. I jumbled that all up. But basically, I've gotten most of what I've gotten on sale. And because of that, I have a lot more makeup that I got at a really good deal, rather than having less makeup that I paid full price for. So I'm always looking for sales and deals and free gifts. That's kind of my my go-to stuff. So, but just looking at my pores, I'm going to actually flip it over to the magnifying mirror just so I can really look at them. And I can already tell just from my T-zone, like, they're still there. They're not gone 100%. Of course, they're never going to be, but they're a lot smaller than they were. My nose looks really, really good. It's red. Once again, when I'm using these masks, my skin always gets red because it just doesn't like being played with that much, I think is mainly the issue. But overall, I mean, my skin looks just a lot clearer. And it wasn't bad. Like, sometimes I'm really broken out after I wash it for the first time in a while. But it wasn't bad today, but it just looks brighter, I think. And once the redness goes away, you'll really be able to tell. So kind of going off that Fizz mask, the idea for the process was, of course, we cleansed it. We wiped down all of everything with the wipe. Then we did the exfoliating tree mask to kind of open up the pores. We did the Fizz mask to get into the pores and clean them. So now I'm going to do the Wander Beauty Lift Off Purifying Brightening Peel Mask. So basically this one is supposed to like work. It's like one of those, you know, everybody knows what peel mask is. So you peel it off. So it's really supposed to get into your pores even more and like peel it off and leave it a bright, pretty layer. This also came in my BoxyCharm. I had never used Wander Beauty, but I think I've now gotten like 2 of their products from Boxy, and I really, really like them. They're a good company. So I'm very glad that I discovered them through Boxy, which is I think why it's nice to have that kind of a subscription service. Like if you're willing to venture out and try new products, it's a good way to do it affordably so that you kind of get a taste of things that you might not have ever found. Which is how I feel about this company and this mask. So very excited to show you guys how to do this. It's so beautiful. Like it goes on, it's like rose gold. Once again, there was a night that I did, the first night I did it, I had drank a little bit and I put it on, and then I did like 20 selfies because I was like, oh my god, my skin looks so pretty with this mask on. So what I'm going to do is just kind of like go under my eyes, if I can get it to come out. Like I give up. I did my best, guys. I peeled off as much of my face as I could, but apparently I am weak. Peeling off your face is for the strong. I feel like I still have some effectiveness of this mask, even doing this. I think I finally have most of it off. There's like a little bit here and a little bit up here, but I think most of it's gone. I actually got most of it out of my hair, and I did not actually rip any of the hair out of my head, which I was very impressed with because I did not think that was going to happen. I thought for sure I was going to lose most of those little baby hairs. I'm going to dry my face, and I'm going to push away my snakeskin sin shavings. Just right off to the side there, just so you can see the pile of my flesh. And then I'm going to show you guys my final process, which is just the soothing creams. Like I said, this is something I really only do after I do really, really harsh regimens because my skin, like, you can tell, like, that was a soothing mask and my skin is so red from that peel, like. So if I were to jump, like, right into makeup, which I normally don't do after I do this, I normally give it a little bit of time to breathe, which is what I'm planning on doing now. I am, my face would be red. If I jumped right into makeup, my face would be a little bit red. So this is the Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage. It's supposed to take care of your under eye bags. And the dog just figured out, sorry, Nikki's freaking out because the dog just figured out how to get in from the other door because there's 2 entrances to this room and we had the main door shut, but apparently she's smart enough to find her way through the maze into this room from the other door. So impressive, dog. Way to go. But anyway, back to this. So this is such a good product. I got this in my BoxyCharm. I told you guys, I literally carry all of my trauma, sin, past regrets, anxieties, insecurities, dark thoughts in the under eye bags that are here. Even when they're not puffy, they're like super dark. So like everything that I'm dealing with skin-wise really like lies in this area. So to have something that kind of combats that really has been a lifesaver for me. So I just put like a little dab. Well, apparently I don't because it doesn't want to come out for me today. There we go. Good job. Good job, bud. I just do a little dab. It comes out orange. And I just like swipe it under my eye. And pull it down. Okay, sorry guys, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. So I did go ahead and apply the final step because I thought the camera was still rolling. and it had stopped. So I'm just going to talk about it. It is the the It Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. It Cosmetics is one of my favorite companies. I've used them for years. They do a really good job of treating rosacea and skin reddening. Even their like powder foundations, which I feel like just never have the same good amount of coverage as like a liquid foundation does. They do a really good job of fully covering skin, even when there's discoloration like what I have going on right here and all that. But basically all I did was just apply basically like 3 dabs, 1 to each cheek and 1 to my forehead, and then I rubbed it in. I've used Confidence in a Cream forever. I've had like a bunch of samples of it. I've gotten the redness cream as well, but this is the first full-size one I've ever owned, and like I said, I got it at my BoxyCharm for the month of February. So I'm really excited about like getting to show you guys all these products that especially that I've gotten from BoxyCharm that I really love, because I do think if you're at all like a beauty lover, they do just a really good job of giving you a well-rounded, versatile makeup collection that you kind of are not expecting to get. Like I said, it's like getting a gift for yourself every month. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video. My skin, I don't know if you guys can see it. I know it's still a little bit red because of everything that we just did to it, but like my pores just look a lot cleaner and my skin feels a lot lighter. I'm really glad you guys watched. I really appreciate it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our page, because I would love to have you guys here every week or every day. Hopefully we'll be posting videos daily. But yeah, so thank you so much, angels. I will see you guys later.